In this lecture, we will discuss about modifications of root. We know that root is an important part of a plant and they are mainly of two types. First one is taproot. Taproot is a type of root that develop from the radical part of the embryo. Next one is the adventitious root. Adventitious root are those roots that develop from any other part than radical. So these are the two main types of roots. This is the adventitious root. This is taproot. However, roots can perform additional functions such as food storage, support to weak stems or tall trees, or helps in exchange of gases. And in order to perform these additional functions, both taproots and adventitious roots undergo some modifications. First, we will discuss about the modifications of taproots, and this modification is for the storage of food. In this type of taproot modification, the main root store foods while the secondary roots do the absorption of minerals from soils, and based on their shapes they are classified as conical shape root. This type of root is found in carrots. It is conical in shape and having broad base, and it tapers gradually at the apex. So you can see here, this is the base. The base of this root is broad and it gradually tapers at the apex of this root. So this is found in carrots. Next one is napiform roots. This is spherical in shape and it tapers sharply at the lower part. It is found in turnip. So you can see here, this is spherical in shape. Here it is spherical, but it sharply tapers at the lower part of the root. So this is known as napiform root. Next one is fusiform root. It is swollen in the middle and tapers at both ends of the root. It is found in radish. You can see here inside this middle. In the middle, it is swollen and it tapers at this end and also at this end. So at both the ends it tapers and in the middle it is swollen. It is found in radish. Next one is tuberous root, and this kind of roots no definite shape is found. It gets swollen and fleshy. It is found in Mirabilis jalapa, poro-clock plant. So you can see here, this is tuberous root. It is swollen and fleshy, but it has no definite shape. Next one is for nitrogen fixation, the modifications of root. It is also known as nodular root. Members of family Leguminaceae, the most important example is pea plant. They have swellings on their main root as well as on their branches, and they store nitrogen fixing bacteria, notably rhizobium, and these bacteria fix atmospheric nitrogen into nitrates, and these are supplied into plants. And the plants in turn provide shelter and nutrients to the bacteria. So in pea plants, the roots, you can see here, the roots have swellings and it is known as nodules. And in these nodules, the bacteria, the nitrogen fixing bacteria known as rhizobium resides, and it fixes the atmospheric nitrogen and turns the plant provide food and shelter to the bacteria. Next one is modification of adventitious roots. So for food storage, adventitious roots are modified into tuberous root. They are swollen and have no definite shape. It arises from nodes of the prostate stems and it is found in sweet potato. So you can see this is the prostate stem, and from this is the node and this is another node. From these node, a swollen and with no shape roots arise, and this is known as tuberous root because it have no definite shape and it is swollen and fleshy. Next one is fasciculated roots. These roots are swollen and develops in cluster at the stem base with definite shapes. It is found in dahlia. You can see this is the stem base, and it arises from this stem base. It arises in cluster, means it have many numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. So it develops in cluster from the stem base, and it have a definite shape. You can see it is found in dahlia. Next one is nodulated roots. The tips of these roots become swollen due to the storage of food. It is found in mango ginger. You can see here, these are the roots, and the tips of these roots develop into a mango-like structure and it's store food. That is why it is known as mango ginger, because its shape is just like mango. And these are known as nodulated roots, which is found in ginger. Next one is moniliform or bedded roots. These roots are swollen at regular interval and giving a bedded appearance to the roots. It is found in grasses and bitter gourd. These, you can see here, these roots are swollen at regular interval. Look, and this is the swollen part, and this is the non-swollen part. This again the swollen part. This is another swollen part. So at regular interval, it become swollen, and it looks like a bedded structure. And these are known as bedded roots, and is found in grasses and bitter gourds. Next one is annulated roots. They appear as if they are formed of numerous discs placed one above the other. It is found in ipecac. You can see here this annulated roots here, and this looks like that discs are placed one above the other. This is one disc, another disc, another disc, another disc. So these are known as annulated roots, and this is found in ipecac plant. Next type of roots are known as photosynthetic roots. These type of roots develop chlorophyll, and they can prepare their food for the plants when exposed to the sun. It is found in Tinospora orchid. So you can see here in this figure, this is the photosynthetic roots. You can see here, these are greenish in color, and because they contain the chlorophyll and it prepares the food for the plants when exposed to the sun. Next one is epiphytic roots. These are aerial roots which hangs freely in air, and it contains sponge-like tissues known as velamen, and it helps to absorb moisture from the air. It is found in Vanda. You can see here, these are the epiphytic roots. These are also known as aerial roots because you can see they hangs in the air, and they have a spongy tissue known as velamen, and this velamen helps to absorb moisture from the air. So these are known as epiphytic roots. The next type of roots are mycorrhizal roots. They form a symbiotic relationship, which is mutually beneficial relationship between plant roots and fungi. In this relationship, fungus provides water and minerals, and the plant provides prepared food. There are two types of mycorrhiza. One is endomycorrhiza. In this type, the hyphae of fungi grow inside the root of the plants. The next one is ectomycorrhiza. In this type, the hyphae of the plants grow on the surface of the plant root. For example, monotropa. You can see here, this is the mycorrhizal roots. These are the plant roots, and these roots, you can see the growth of fungus is shown here. So these are mycorrhizal roots. Next one is nematophores. These are also known as respiratory roots. In plants which are present in marshy soils, they develop such type of aerial roots. These type of roots grow vertically up in the air, and it appears as a conical spikes. These roots have pores which is known as lenticels at the tips. These lenticels helps in diffusion of gases in and out of the plant. For example, rhizopora. So you can see here, these are the respiratory roots. So you can see these are aerial above the ground. This is the another picture of one root. So you can see it is just like a conical spike, and at the tip they contains these spores. These spores are known as lenticels, and these lenticels helps in the diffusion of gases inside and outside of the plant. So these are known as respiratory roots. Next one is Hasturia. Hasturia are also known as parasitic roots. These are found in parasitic plants, and these are also known as sucking roots because they penetrate into the tissue of host plants to derive nutrition. These plants cannot prepare their food because they lack chlorophyll, and they depend on the host plants for the nutrients. For example, cuscuta or dodder. These are the parasitic roots. You can see here they grow on the host plants, and they derive nutrition from the host plant as they lack chlorophyll and cannot prepare their food. Next one is root modification for mechanical supports. So first of one is prop roots. These are long roots and hanging downward from the horizontally spreading branches, and they penetrate soils and support the heavy branches. These are found in banyan. So you can see these are the props roots, and these are the horizontally growing branches. And from these horizontally growing branches, these these are the hanging roots downwards, and they penetrate into the soil, and they support these branch spreading branching branches which are horizontally spreading. So these are the it provide the support to these branches. These are known as prop roots. These roots appear as pillar or columns. Therefore they are also known as columnar roots. Next one is the stilt roots. These arise from the lower nodes of the main stem, and they grow downwards in a slanting manner and enter into the soil. They are found in the maize. So you can see this is the lower node of the stem, and they from this node they grow in a slanting position. You can see here this is a slanting position, and directly they enter into the soil and provide support to the plant. These are known as stilt roots. Next one is climbing roots. These type of roots are found in weak stem plants, and these arise from the nodes and internodes of the plants, and it twine around the supports. It is found in beetle. So you can see here this is the node, and from here these arise, and these support the plants. So these are known as climbing roots. Next one is buttress root. These are vertically elongated basal part of the stem which spread in different direction and size. These prevent trees from falling over, hence it is known as buttress roots. These are found in bombex. You can see here these are the buttress roots. So you can see here these are the elongated basal part of the stem. It spreads in different direction, and these are inside the soil, and that provides extra support to the plant. Next one is the floating roots. These are found in aquatic plants. They, the aquatic plants develop spongy, air-filled roots at nodes. These contain air-filled tissues known as parenchyma. They store water and helps in plant floating and gases exchange. It is found in Josiah. So you can see here these are floating roots. These are the floating roots. They contain air-filled tissue known as parenchyma. So they also help in floating of plants and also exchange of gases. These are found in the aquatic plants. Next one is the contractile roots. These roots are modified adventitious roots at the base of underground stems. These contract and swell to keep aerial shoots at proper depths in the soil. It is found in Cana and Ilium. These are known as contractile roots, and these are present at the base of underground stems. These roots you can see here, they contract and swell, and it helps the plant to it helps the plant aerial shoot at proper depths in the soil. So these are all about different types of roots modification. Thank you for watching.